Let me thank my brother, the resident representative of African Development Bank, my sister, the MD of Bank of Industry, our colleague, a very good brother, and then my colleague, Mrs. Salami, who is the Executive Director of Business Development. Ladies and gentlemen, Nexim is indeed delighted to partner once again with African Development Bank with this line of credit, which is going to enhance the bank's financial capability towards further development of the export-oriented small and medium enterprises and help in diversifying the economy of Nigeria away from oil. This is the second line of credit that Nexim will be availing from AfDB. And the bank is very, very confident that this funding intervention will be as impactful and successful as the AfDB export stimulation loan. Like my brother said, to us, this is a facility that is export-oriented and is targeted at the SME financing program, which is designed to achieve or address some key areas. Like you mentioned, there was growth. Some of the banks were doing very well, but what was happening? Poverty was ravaging our people. This facility is meant to spur job creation, especially in the productive sectors of the Nigerian economy. When you look at the areas of manufacturing, the areas of agriculture, agro-processing for us, you look at the solid minerals, and even the services. Within the services subsector, one should be looking at the creative entertainment, which has huge potentials. One should be looking at how do we develop our tourism. At the same time, the transport subsector is also very important. To us, this line of credit will also assist us to modernize the export-oriented SMEs so that we can enhance their competitiveness as well as try to expand their level of operations. All this will be done in order to support the federal government of Nigeria's policy of diversifying the economy of Nigeria away from the monoproduct of oil and gas. This facility provides a very great opportunity to Nexim Bank to make available concessional long-term funding in pursuing our strategic objectives of how do we enhance value-added export, how do we support and promote the SME developments, as well as ensuring credit flow to the unserved areas in the non-oil sectors of Nigerian economy. Those sectors that have very high growth potentials in terms of job creation and foreign exchange generation for Nigeria. We are happy that after a long journey, we'll be able to sign this line of credit today. Let me thank AfDB and my colleague, the MD of Bank of Industry, who has worked very tirelessly together to see that today we signed this letter of credit, this line of credit. Nexim will soon make available to the public the operational guidelines for the SMEs in Nigeria to avail this facility. Thank you very much.
Well, since I welcomed you and talked about Bank of Industry's relationship with ADB, I didn't feel a need to say anything else, but it's probably necessary to state very clearly that the Bank of Industry was actually reconstituted to fast-track what you're talking about. That's as a part of the economic reform agenda and now the transformation agenda. As you're well aware, the Bank of Industry has dedicated more than 85% of all of its resources to that sector. That is the small and medium enterprise. In addition to that, the Bank of Industry has decided to go even further down to the unserved, the bottom of the pyramid, and we're getting ready to kick that off in a few weeks. So the funds couldn't have come at a better time for us. I want to reassure you that what we started as part of a paradigm shift that has ensured that we have been able to create more than 1 million jobs, that with these funds that you have made available, we'll be looking at creating more than double that. And when we think about the unserved, I'm talking about those who don't even have access at all. We had tried to go through the cooperative model. We've used all kinds of models to meet the needs of the average Nigerian who remained unserved. But even that, we find that we still have the bottom of the pyramid that is also productive. The role of the Bank of Industry is to ensure that Nigeria becomes a very productive country, that there'll be no more passengers, that everybody who can work will work, who has the capacity will work, and will also continue to provide them the capacity. You know that the Bank of Industry works under the supervision of the Ministry of Trade and Investment, and there we have SMEDA. When we've talked to the state governments and the governors, we work with currently about 20 state governors, and we're trying to cluster them to make them less vulnerable to all of the vagaries that occur. We've worked very closely with UNIDO to try to provide power, to provide all sorts of things to ensure that this bottom of the pyramid that makes all of our continent not so productive, that it changes. You're quite right. We believe that if we get it right in Nigeria, everybody else will follow. And we feel that the model, that all your funds that are going to be made available will create, will be something that you'll be proud of. All I can say is that we will continue to be committed to the people of our country. We'll continue to ensure that we work not just in Nigeria to show what Nigerians can do, but all Africans, because I know that being the giant of Africa, if we get it right, all Africa will be liberated. Thank you.
The MD has just forgotten the champagne for
We'll give it to you. We will wash this
go
one.
with the water.
No. We'll wash it as we say in Nigeria. Thank you so very much.
You sign one to the elections.
Yes, we'll exchange for you have to stand to do the
Yes. When you are through with
No, it's okay. Have signed. Sign this. So because it's gender sensitive, as it starts with, and then age before beauty. Let's look at it.
Okay. This is sign.
And we'll take the group.
Not yet.
Yes.